one way or the other, I have my own reservations about this video.
This is Ghanaian security people being screened by US police in Ghana just because US Vice President came to visit Ghana. Instead of Ghanaian security people or police screening the US people, it's now the US screening Ghanaians in their own place.
DJ Papa Rich.
Yes, my people, welcome to the channel. If today is your first time watching video on this channel, then my brother, I beg you, in the name of Almighty Allah, in the name of God, in the name of any supernatural being you believe in, I beg, make you subscribe to this channel, because today we are here to discuss, not really discuss, but we're going to show you some of the videos of the Vice President of the United States of America, Her Excellency Kamala. Yes, beautiful name there. A lot of things happened when she came to Ghana. There are mixed reactions from the citizens, from other African nationalities, including people from Nigeria, Uganda, Zimbabwe, South Africa. I mean, the reactions are a lot. So I'll take you through some of the events that happened here in Ghana and some of the stuffs people are talking about. Personally, for some reasons, I can't speak so much about whatever happened, but I'm going to leave the decision. I'm going to give the power to you to decide and comment what you feel. So the Vice President visited Ghana, and then I'm sure I made an earlier video about her stage which she was given at the airport to make her first speech. A lot of people lambasted the Ghana government for giving them such a poor stage, but the truth is that that stage erected there wasn't done by Ghanaians. Well, some of the materials were provided by the government of Ghana, but for security reasons known to the American security details, they decided to mount their own stage and platforms to ensure that their president is safe. Yes, it's true, and I support that side, because our current president once went on a campaign that the stage that he was standing on collapsed. So if probably they might have chanced on that video on the internet, they would have to secure where their president stands. It's their president, and I don't disagree with them. They have to protect her to the maximum. It's their president. One more thing that most Ghanaians are talking about is when she came in, most of the Ghanaian security details on national security was more or less like they disabled their functions. They were not really functional. I'm trying to get a video ready so that I can show you an interesting thing that happened. The Ghanaian security themselves were screened and scanned by the American security details, which a lot of Africans and a lot of commentators, both Ghanaians, South Africans, Zimbabweans and Ugandans and all that, are complaining about it, that they felt that it was unfair. But it's their president. You gave them the chance to visit your country, so they have to ensure that their president is safe. You gave them the opportunity. You invited them. Even if they requested to come, you granted them. And so, why are we complaining? I stand to be corrected if you disagree. If you have different opinions, you can go to the comment section and send us. But let me show you some displeasure by a Nigerian brother, which, one way or the other, I have my own reservations about this video.
This is Ghanaian security people being screened by US police in Ghana just because US Vice President came to visit Ghana. Instead of Ghanaian security people or police screening the US people, it's now the US screening Ghanaians in their own place. It means they don't even trust the Ghanaian police and the Ghanaian security. Can you imagine? What kind of disgrace and nonsense is this? And Ghana is there looking. They're screening you in your own place, in your airport, in your country. Can you go to America and screen American police? Can you? Of course you can. This is you see, that's why you see how low Ghana is to them. It's how low.
Well, my brother, that's your opinion. I respect it so much. But Africa, what do we always do? We go out there begging for money. We go out there. Our leaders have led an irresponsible life. Had it not been how irresponsible we are, how would a land like Ghana, with all these natural resources, gold, cocoa, timber, name it, diamond, manganese, Nigeria with oil, just name it. Our land is so fertile that anything that you plant on the land, like it becomes money. Go to Ivory Coast, cocoa. And our leaders still go there to borrow for money. We are small boys, and they need to treat us the way. That's the fair treatment they gave us. And then they have trust issues. The best security for any man is to himself. He can trust you, because people that have sold their dignity, why should we trust them? Well, one thing that also came up was the vice president of America also talking about the LGBTQVFCT. Yes, she spoke about it. And our president was not able to tell him that, hey, this place, we don't go agree. He was just beating about the bush. So, I believe you understand my point. Well, let me take you to Cape Coast. When he visited the Cape Coast Castle, some special memories there. It was a beautiful thing. When she went to Cape Coast, something also happened there. I will discuss that with you. But for now, let's watch this video.
That's the Beast, the American car.
All right.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, wow.
Okay, so the pictures you're seeing on your screen is the convoy of the vice presidents of the United States. What is on your screen right now is when they got to Cape Coast. I think she went by air. There was a special helicopter which I think the US Air Force brought in, that they flew her. Even Ghana had Air Force, but they didn't trust our aircraft here. So they flew in their special flight from Accra to Cape Coast, where we have a castle, very famous castle where a lot of slave trade went on there. So this is Cape Coast getting ready to receive the vice president of the United States of America. That is the palace of Cape Coast. It is called a Mintimaze Palace, where the king of Cape Coast, Osabarima Kwesiata, resides, and he was available to welcome the United States of America Vice President. You can see the U.S. security details. Fine gentlemen there. Let's listen. So in your pictures or in your on your screens, you can see the regional minister of the central part of Ghana introducing the vice president of the United States of America to the dignitaries in Cape Coast, and then they walked into the Mintimaze Palace to meet the chief, the king, the ruler of Cape Coast, and that was an amazing experience. There was something that also happened in Cape Coast, and this thing that happened, a lot of people, it has actually generated a lot of conversation here on social media, because they felt that it wasn't right for the American security to screen I mean, a Roman father, but I'm sure they have their own reasons. You understand? They trust no one and they don't take chances. There was a man who is responsible for making, or he's the inventor of the fiber optics. And I mean, he's the one responsible for this great internet we enjoy now, and he's a Ghanaian. Very old statesman, citizen. He went there and he was scanned too. Let me show you some of the visuals from Cape Coast when some of these men of God and these old men were being scanned, which people felt that they could have, allowed them, go through without any scan. Let's watch this video.
So, Mokwema was screening Kama.
So you can see a Roman father was just screened, and this is the old man that I was talking to you about. He was the one responsible for invention of fiber optics and all that. Very great man. You can read about him. He's a legend. But he was even scanned with that walking stick. They had trust issues and all that. Right after that, let me show you a video where we have the second most important citizen in the United States of America making a speech at the Cape Coast Castle, and this is what she said.
In often many situations, odds that were designed to break them, to demoralize them, to create systems and situations that were to make them feel like less than humans, less than full human beings, but yet they survived. And they tell another history, a history of endurance, a history of faith, a history in believing what is possible, a history not only that tells about the ability that each individual has to survive, but to thrive. And so all these stories must be told. All these stories must be told in a way that we take from this place the pain we all feel, the anguish that reeks from this place. And we then carry the knowledge that we have gained here toward the work that we do in lifting up all people, in recognizing the struggles of all people, of fighting for, as the walls of this place talk about, justice and freedom for all people, human rights for all people. So that's what I take from being here. The descendants of the people who walked through that door were strong people, proud people, people of deep faith, people who loved their families, their traditions, their culture, and carried that innate being with.
All right, so that was the Vice President of the United States of America delivering her speech at the Cape Coast Castle when she was taken through the process, how we sold our ancestors to the whites and all that. And I mean, she spoke, she said all what she has to say, how she felt and all that. So this is what happened in Cape Coast in Ghana when the Vice President visited our country. You can also share your opinion. What do you think? She came with her husband, yes. And you know what that means, right? Yes. We'll definitely meet in the next episode. My name is DJ Paco Rich. Let me know where you're watching from. Let me know your views. Let me know your opinions. What you think about African leaders. What you think about her visit. What you think about how our security details were flawed and where they sidelined all of them and they activated the US security. My name is DJ Paco Rich. I'm out of here. We'll definitely do this again. I love you. Bye-bye.
DJ Paco Rich.